Hey, it's your boy Clarence Wilson, and if you looked at the title of the video, you know that I'm going to be going through some shit. But first, here's a promotion video about my friends over at Pro Wrestling Edge. Go check this out real quick. Hey, Pro Wrestling Podcast listeners. What are you up to, huh? What are you even doing? Why aren't you listening to Pro Wrestling Edge? They are a podcast about pro wrestling and much, much more. Dan O'Mac, Brokowski, Jay Bird, Big Cass, and Nick the Gooch. These 5 fun-loving sons of bitches will keep you entertained from start to finish. What are you waiting for? Go and listen to the best podcast in the world, Pro Wrestling Edge. You gotta check them out. They're really good guys, you know? And on top of that, we also have a promotion YouTube channel right here. This guy's been helping me out on the growth of YouTube viewers. Go check his stuff out. He does a lot of video game videos. He's really good. Check him out. So, today's video is one that hits hard right here in the heart area. And it's because I've been trying my best to let people go out of my life. And it's really hard to do that sometimes when you think about them and you want to move on, but you can't because there's that part of you that wants to reminisce in the past, you know? Obviously, I'm talking about ex-girlfriends or people that could have been ex-girlfriends. These are two people that could have been. And obviously, I'm not going to say the names of who they are, or what they work for, who they work for, obviously, for reasons. I'm not going to sit in no damn courtroom or anything like that, but it's really important that I get this off my chest. So the first girl I want to talk about is this one I met on Plenty of Fish. My second attempt at trying to find online dating useful. It worked. Me and this woman talked for 10 months, right? But, and, you know, she has a kid, you know, and the kid, you know, I learned to love that kid too, because, like, he, you know, she brought him along for some of the, you know, times that we've hung out and all that, and he's a really good kid. And, you know, she was a really amazing woman, but after 10 months, I had to let her go because she still didn't know what she wanted in life, and she was still kind of, like, dwelling on her baby daddy who lives a couple states down, and barely has anything to do with his own kid. I mean, I think I had more to do with this kid last year than he did in the 8 years that kid was born, you know? But whatever, you know, I mean, I understand being, you know, caught up in an ex, you know. But again, after 10 months, so I'm thinking, like, why won't she at least give me a try? You know, like, if you look, you know, a street standpoint, we're practically together, but we're not. After 10 months, I said, I can't, as much as I didn't want to, I had to, for my own hurt, you know. And I had to see what was else out there, you know. So I did. So the second person that I started talking to not long after that, though, I was still working at the place that you can sell things for generally $1. If you know, you know. But I met this woman. She was a customer, and she was looking for a job. I'm like, yeah, apply. Like, I'm trying to support this place, even though that place is a piece of shit place. I'm trying to support that place as much as I can, right? But she comes in as a customer. I give her all the information that she needs. Within a week or two, her applications are in, and I'm the one that's taking care of, like, the hiring process of, like, scouting people, calling people in, right? She ends up being the second person I ever interviewed as a manager. I was the assistant manager there after struggling so hard to get that position. I got that position. Interview went great. And then I kept in touch with her to let her know how her status was for her. Sorry, I'm using Snapchat to record this video with better lighting. Anyway, so I keep in touch with her about her status on the you know, her application. And then me and her end up meeting up at the park, and we end up talking. And then we end up kind of dating. But not officially, of course, you know. But she ends up getting the job. Everything's fine. And we're also seeing each other without anyone knowing. Of course, everyone speculates, of course. During that time, like, I was really happy with her, and she was really happy with me. And unfortunately, it got to the point where I ended up saying the one thing that I never thought I'd say to another woman again. And that's the word love. That dreaded ass L word. The fact of the matter is, I feel like I was being used at the end of the day. Because after all of that, of course, I ended up having to leave. This is the second time me leaving that place that sells things for generally $1. Because the bosses that I've had, including the district manager, was a piece of shit. You know, they wanted to disrespect me, talk crap about me behind my back to customers, things that customers shouldn't even be knowing about anything, no matter if I did anything or not, which I've done nothing wrong except for being a great customer service guy. You can ask anybody there. I was an amazing customer service guy, you know? But the fact of the matter is they go and say all this crap and disrespect me. So I end up having to leave again, right? I leave a place that was paying me not good at all anyway for the position I was in. And then all of a sudden, everybody falls off the face of the earth. We had this one kid, I used to call him Beethoven because he was just short of being an adult. So I call him Beethoven because he's A minor. I get it. Knee slapper, you know? He stopped talking to me. Had another one that just turned 18. She stopped talking to me. Like, these people who say, oh, you're my favorite manager. You're my favorite boss out of all the bosses. And then all of a sudden, they all just stopped talking to me for no damn reason. And the one person I thought I would not hear from is that woman I was talking to, who I helped get the job, who I helped during her time of need and stuff like that. And she says, oh, I don't think we're going to pursue each other like that anymore. And this is after I stated, you know, don't keep me waiting like the last one did, like 10 months and stuff like that, right? So not only do I have all my former coworkers not talking to me anymore, after me being their favorite boss, but now I have a woman who I fell in love with. Granted, yeah, she was a coworker, yeah, she was below me in the totem pole, work-wise, but this person, like, looked me straight in my eyes and told me she loved me and cared about me and would never break my heart and all that. And then all of a sudden, now she just wants to be friends, right? So it hurt really bad. So I'm like, okay, but you know what? Maybe she just needs some time to rethink, you know? So I'm going to be her friend. I barely even speak to her. We go from talking on the phone, hell, falling asleep on the phone together almost every day for 4 months, and then it's nothing. So it can't be just because you just got busy. No. You ain't busy for a whole ass week like that. There ain't no way. So another week goes by, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, what the hell? I asked her. I straight up asked her, is there someone else? Because I feel like there should be no reason why, like, this happened. Like, what happened? And I never get a full answer, except for I do hear that she was pursuing someone else now. That it was because she wanted to pursue someone else. But that never explained to me what made her fall out of love with me. Like, I can understand if we were just practically, you know, dating, whatever. If we were just regular dating and it was only a couple weeks, I can understand, okay, well, I'm going to go pursue someone else. 4 months, and you tell me that you love me, and all of a sudden now some random schmuck off the street comes walking in your life, and now you want to pursue them? I don't care if you've known for however long you've known them. Like, you don't tell somebody that you love them and then just flat out drop them like a bad habit. There's got to be something that happened. And I've asked multiple times since then. I ask and I still get no damn answer. It is ridiculous. So we stopped talking. And then, of course, I'm feeling lonely and I'm rethinking things. I'm like, well, you know, maybe I'll hit up the first one. You know, the one that I was with for 10 months practically. So I contact her, and then me and her meet up at the park. Me and her talking. She clarifies that she doesn't want a relationship, that she's, you know, pretty much playing the field. And she tells me that she's had relations with 2 other people in a certain way. And, I kind of missed what we had and so like that. So I suggested, us doing that as well. We did a couple times, but then, my feelings did get back. You don't just drop someone 10 months and then not have, like, feelings for them, But that's not what she wanted. And me and her stopped talking recently because I had to, like, so I'm talking to her, and then I find out that she's sick. And she's sick with strep throat. And prior to, like, last two times that she hung out with me, we didn't do anything with each other. Her request, And I was saying to myself, I said to her too, like, I mean, as long as they're not, like, just saying no on purpose to me and then I'm gonna go do it with someone else later that night. And she took that literal, because she ended up not doing anything that night because she said that she hasn't been feeling like doing that with anybody lately. But then she ended up apparently doing it because she got strep throat from one of the guys she was screwing with. And yet, she's rejected me doing something with her because she knew I had feelings for her again. But I wasn't trying to force a relationship on her, And I told her straight up, I mean, it's my fault for asking, but I straight up told her, don't tell me that you're hanging out with these people, like, this is the only time I'll ever accept anyone lying to me. Just don't tell me that you're hanging out with these people and stuff like that. Just make a little white lie. She could have white lied instead of, like, one of her best girlfriends or whatever like that got her sick with strep throat. But she kept sideballing the answer, and I ended up asking more questions. The more she sideballed the question, she was, like, hiding it. So the more she was hiding the answer, instead of just saying, just one of her female friends, blah, blah, blah. I just flat out asked her, and then she said yeah. And it sucks, because now I'm thinking to myself, like, she refused twice, like 2-3 weeks in a row, not to do anything with me, but she's gonna go and do something else with some sickly random schmuck that she saw, whatever. And then now she's sick, and then she wants to change it to, well, it's because you have feelings for me, and they don't have feelings for me, and they don't care, and like that. There's no strings attached, and that's why I want right now. And I get that. I get that you don't want things attached and stuff like that. At the same time, I wasn't pushing for a relationship. And at the same time, I didn't want to know about it. All you had to do is, like, she goes and says, well, I thought you wanted me to lie to you. Well, yeah, I want you to lie to me, but don't, like, sideball an answer when I ask you, like, do you know who could have gotten you sick? Just flat out say, insert female friend name here. So I'm not thinking that you're going screwing them and refusing to do anything with me. And before anyone says anything, like, I never expected to do anything with her. I even told her, oh yeah, no, it's fine. But I don't expect her to do something with me every time she hung out with me, because, like, I'm not that kind of guy. But the reasoning was bullshit, I thought, But whatever. I mean, that's her life. It's her choice, right? Well, I had to get her life and her choices out of mine. Because, yeah, I did like her a lot. I mean, hell, I could even say that I actually loved her. I mean, I was with her for 10 months, but all she's now doing is just dwelling on the past with her baby daddy and having fun with these two other schmucks who, yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, they might not have strings attached, but whenever you finally decide that you want to have somebody, it might be too late, because you might get a disease or even more sick by screwing with these guys, and that's not going to be good for her or her kid. And that's her life, her rules, like, whatever, she can do that, but I needed that out of my life because I felt heartbroken. And I hate that, because I didn't want to get back into it like that, but I did, unfortunately, right? So it's whatever. I had to get her out of my life, because I'm not going to sit here and play second fiddle to two schmucks who will not treat her or her son right, and some schmuck that lives 2 states below that had already moved on 2 years prior on top of cheating on her, So when it comes to both these women, and the second person I started talking to, the one that worked with me, I've tried contacting her a couple times, and now she's blocked me from almost every social media because she just doesn't want nothing to do with me and whatever. But it still doesn't change the fact that, like, I never got full closure from these people. I guess the other one just doesn't want to be in a relationship, whatever. But the other one, the one I worked with, she flat out just up and left like I'm nothing. When I was pretty much everything, And I know I said in prior videos, like, that, I'm the best in the world and everyone else is below me when it comes to certain situations. And when it comes to those people, yeah, I was the best in the world. I'm not going to lie and say that I'm not going to be too cocky about this, because I treated those women like fucking queens and they treated me like I was just another chapter in their life, you know? So now they have to be a chapter, just another chapter in my life that I have to come and go. And it sucks because I cared for these two women so much. And like, when I try to move on and I see something that reminds me of them, it fucks with my head, because now I'm thinking about them. And the fact that I don't have any contact with these two because of either one doesn't want to have contact with me, and the other one I had no choice than to break it off. I had to break it off for my own sanity, you know? But it sucks. But again, like I said, I need to let go. Because I'm going to find me a real woman that's going to treat me right. You know, that's going to give me my time and care about me, because I'm sick and tired of all these false prophets of women. Like, there's got to be somebody out there that's going to, you know, appreciate me for everything I've done for them. Until I find that amazing woman, I am stuck in a limbo. But I need things out of my life. Which brings me to this envelope of shit. I'm clearly going to be blurring out anything, name, face, whatever that I see. From what I can see, it's only stuff from the woman that I worked with. Inside joke stuff. Her phone number. I knew this chick liked the show Ricky and Morty, so I made her a custom thing. I even wrote a little card inside. I'll read it to you. It says, "When we met, I felt it was too good to be true, because how on earth was I liked by an amazing woman like you? I know I'm a pain in the ass at times, and you could chuck me through a wall, but seeing your smile every day lets me know it was worth it all. And even though we are not one right now, I know we are here for each other all the way through. Maybe one day we could be, or maybe we won't be, but either way, I love you." And I said, "P.S. You don't have to keep this if you don't want to." I never gave it to her because because within a couple of days of not hearing from her, come to find out, no, she's really pursuing some other guy, right? And I know that was and I know that, like, that was me being vulnerable, and I made that for her, right? And I mean, and prior to that, like, I mean, she made me something, like she made me a fucking picture, or it was like an envelope or whatever. It was like a whole last month. And shit like that before that. And it said, you know, have a great day from you know who, with a heart, you know? This is only a month. This is before we even told each other that we loved each other. You know, and it sucks I'm being so vulnerable right now. But, you know, at the same time, like I said, this is part of me that needs to get this closure out of my fucking head. Because I'm just hurt by it. Like, I treated both these women right. I took the one, her and her kid, out to see the movies, out to the park, all this stuff, spend time with them, showed them, you know, what a real man in their life would be like, you know. I'm a great father figure, even though I never had kids yet. And then the other one, granted, yeah, she was 20 to my 28 at the time, but you know what? It was fine. It was whatever, because like I said, you know, and who knows? Maybe that one stopped because she's just too young to realize what the fuck she really had in her life, you know? Whatever. When she realizes that no one's going to treat her as great as me, whatever. And the other one that's only a couple years younger than me, that has the kid, that wants to go and play the field and live her best life and stuff and get her life on track. Well, when she realizes that she's going to be missing that one true factor, this king right here, once again, she's going to realize that she really screwed up in life. And yeah, this is really cocky. That's really an asshole thing for me to say. But you know what? At the same time, I don't care anymore. Because these two women, in their own special way, broke my heart. And I can't fully move on past. I mean, I have a hard time trying to move past even people that were further down the totem pole of exes and whatever that broke my heart and shit. But these two are currently, these two happened in the last 2 years. I haven't had an official relationship in about 2 years. These two weren't even official relationships. These were just two people that I cared for more than my last official relationship. And, like, it just all comes crumbling down, and it breaks me down, you know? And I want to be able to find someone that's going to give me my time. Like, where's my time to shine, you know, and prove to you that I can be good for them, you know? I don't know. But I was going to take these outside, grab my lighter, and burn the fuck out of them, but these aren't worth the ashes flying in the wind. So I'm going to do, what I'm going to do with this crap right here is I'm going to put it in the exact place that these people have took my heart. In the motherfucking trash can. Because that's exactly where that past can stay. Like I said, I'm not trying to dwell on the past and be this vulnerable guy and stuff like that and be a pathetic loser in some people's eyes. But the fact of the matter is, I deserve better, and I deserve women in my life that's going to treat me right. Because I know damn well I can treat a woman right. And if you are just too naive or too immature to realize how great I am, then you don't deserve me. So, that's me moving on. And it's going to take a little bit more than just throwing away some shit and making a video. But, just steps. And that's all you can take, is just baby steps to make yourself better. And that's what I've been doing and will continue to do. But you guys have a great day. Be safe. And a lot more positive videos along the way will be coming soon.